To be human is to have experiences that bring us the purest joy. Experiences that we look back on fondly as the years pass. However, what happens when something that is meant to bring us joy is corrupted? When that something becomes the subject of nightmares that haunt us for the rest of our days. I believe the events of the cursed Digicam explore such an event, as we step into the shoes of a father who is haunted by the spirit of his deceased daughter. In the hopes of freeing her spirit, he has found a website that claims to be able to liberate trapped souls by uploading 15 photos of the deceased person to their website that were taken by a special camera blessed by a medium. A medium is a person who can communicate with the dead through various means. Doing this will allow that person to give the uploader a message, and I guess in doing so, will free the soul of the deceased person. The only caveat to this is that the photos taken must be of a person who has only been deceased 13 days, no more. The website explicitly warns against taking photos of people who have been dead longer than this period. With these instructions and our camera in hand, we begin the mission to free our daughter. The next time we open our eyes, we are in a bathroom stall. We exit to find that we can't leave the bathroom. However, the stall next to us is cracked, and on the wall are a set of eyes that look back at us. So we pull up our camera, and we see that a little girl is now looking at us from the crack in the stall. We take her photo, which opens the door to the bathroom, allowing us to leave. As we leave the bathroom, we hear the phone ring and turn to our left to go accept the call, only to hear a familiar voice on the other end of the line.
お父さん、電話かけてごめんなさい。いつ帰ってくるの？ね、頭が少し痛いの。もう帰ってくる？
So obviously this is the daughter, right?
わかった。
This is Mitsuka. Don't listen to past me. This is indeed our daughter. Her head injury that she speaks of is important to remember, as I think it will help us understand what's happening a bit later in the game. For now, we have to find 14 more photos in the park. This will be divided up into two phases, this evening phase and a night phase. After taking so many photos, it will automatically switch to nighttime. During this first phase, there are 9 photo spots which you should be seeing now. You won't be able to get all of these, as there's only a set number of photos you will take during the daytime before it switches to night. So to get all of the photos, to get the achievement, you'll have to play the game at least twice. I also forgot to mention that one of your 9 photos is that very first photo that you take of the girl looking at you from the crack in the stall. As we take our daytime photos, occasionally we'll get messages that sound as if they come over a PA system. When I first heard the message, I thought that it was a public service announcement from a nearby school. And to be honest, this could very well be the case. However, the next few messages we get suggest that more supernatural things are at work. Once you've taken 6 or 7 photos, the game will transition to nighttime. It is here where the photos and the game itself take a more sinister turn. During the night phase, there are a total of 10 photos you can take, which should be playing on the screen now. Just like before, you'll have to play the game at least twice to get all 10. This last photo that I'm taking is also important for another achievement for getting all of the mascot interactions, so don't forget it. We've transitioned to nighttime, and the interactions after taking ghost photos become more aggressive, as if the spirit isn't happy with us. We also get a couple of messages that help us with the story as we take more photos. We get more of Mitsuka explaining that she can do things on the playground after practicing with her dad, and she hopes to play with him again soon. Right after you get this message, you get another one explaining that a student went missing the night before. I wonder if this has any relevance to our story. Anyway, after taking all of the required photos, we can leave to go home. Once home, we upload the photos. After doing so, we get a video that shows a little girl on one of those animal rides at the park. That helps if you've been taking a lot of random pictures. She is still here. That doesn't seem right. Why would that little girl be afraid of us? And why does the father say she's still here after we uploaded the photos? I mean, the whole purpose was to liberate her spirit. She should be gone, right? The truth is heartbreaking. But before we get to that, there are another round of photos we have to take. In the apartment, there are 16 pictures that can be taken. You'll need a couple of playthroughs, just like the other phases in the park. All locations are being shown now. What the hell is happening in this apartment? We get home to find that not only has the girl in the photos not moved on, but when we take photos of her now, sometimes she changes into an undead looking entity. And that's if she doesn't just appear that way outright. After we take all of the required photos, we hear our daughter's room door open. We go to it to find that the mascot from the park is in our house. This is a boss battle. To survive, you must take pictures of it before it grabs you. If you don't take any damage here, you will get the Untouchable achievement. To do this, I just found a corner and stayed there. Each time you take a photo of it, it will be reset to another part of the apartment, but it will always come towards you. So I just exercise patience here and let her come to me. And that's right, I said her. You'll see why as the boss battle plays out. That boss fight really creeped me out the first time I played it. After the conclusion of the fight, we end back up in Mitsuka's bedroom. The door opens, but no one comes through. We take a picture to find the entity is at the foot of the bed about to grab us. We put down the camera to find it's still there. Then it does grab us, and the screen fades to black. This, however, is not the end. After we wake back up in the room, this time we're able to walk around and explore. We find a picture on the desk of our daughter, but this looks nothing like the girl that we were taking photos of. We have to go a little further to find out the truth of what's going on here. We leave the room to find a light coming from the computer. We go to upload the photos to find that these are all of someone who has passed away outside of the 13-day limit. Once the photos upload, we get a scene. Even though the photos were old, we still get an explanation as to what happened. Do you guys remember the phone call from Mitsuka at the beginning of the game? Here, take a listen.
ごめんなさい。いつ帰ってくるの？ね、頭が少し痛いの。もう帰ってくる？分かった。
That's right. She complained of a headache and asked when we would be returning home. I think this is the video from that event. Eventually, she succumbed to her injuries she sustained on the playground and passed away. But who's the other girl? We need but play a little farther to get that answer. Manami. Yes, the girl we were taking photos of at the park was the missing girl we heard about early in the game. Manami Kodan. What does this mean? Sadly, it means the father took her life. This is supported by the video of her running from us and confirmed by Mitsuka in the following scene.
お父さん、電話かけてごめんなさい。いつ帰ってくるの？頭が少し痛いの。もう帰ってくる？分かった。
水か。
お父さんがこうだ、まなみちゃんを殺しました。
I believe the father was filled with guilt that his daughter passed. He was too busy to be home with her after she fell on the playground. In fact, had he been with her at the playground, she may not have fallen to begin with. Remember, she said she couldn't wait to play with her father again in one of the memories. For this, he blames himself. I think he believed that if he was able to make pictures of another girl who had passed recently, he could use those pictures to rid himself of his daughter's spirit. It backfired though, because I think his daughter was there in the very first picture he took. Remember the stall? There was a hand coming from behind the door. This would have meant that he took pictures of someone deceased longer than 13 days at the very beginning. This probably led to the daughter's form becoming corrupted due to breaking the rules of the website, and that's why we see her transform when we come home. As for Manami-san, I believe her fate was grim. There were hints that she was drowned and then dismembered based on pictures we took at different points of the game. All of our efforts are for naught, however, because in the end, Mitsuka forces her father to repent for all of his sins before the game comes to an end. It's truly a tragedy. Very often, Chilla's art forces us to take a look at the darkest part of ourselves, to realize that for a few different choices, here or there, we could be just like the monsters that often appear in their games. Hey guys, I had a lot of fun playing this game, a lot of fun making this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you really like the game and you want to play it for yourself, I'm gonna leave a link to the game on Steam in the description box. With that, guys, I'm Seraphic Thunder. Please, if you're here, do me a favor, hit that like button as it helps the channel grow. And if you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing. But that's all from me for now, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.